We just found something insane on Google Maps. The Euphrates River, a once mighty and thriving waterway, is rapidly drying up. Recent satellite images reveal a shocking transformation, with the river's water levels drastically reduced. So let's dive in to all the details and explore the eerie implications of this alarming phenomenon. Recent satellite images from 2023 have revealed a distressing truth. The Euphrates River, located in Iraq and Syria, is expressing a worrying decline in its water levels. This once vital river, which has played a significant role in the lives of many communities, is now drying up before our very eyes. The visual evidence is stark. Comparing images from previous years, it becomes evident that the water in the Euphrates River has significantly decreased. One notable example is in the Anna Tower in Iraq, which now stands prominently as the water around it recedes. Local inhabitants are grappling with the consequences of this alarming situation. With water becoming scarce, many people are resorting to pumping what little remains from the river. However, the quality of this water is severely compromised, making it unsafe to drink. Consuming it can lead to various illnesses, including diarrhea and other diseases. The implications for agriculture are dire. Once thriving farmlands along the riverbanks now lay barren, unable to sustain any significant crop growth. The drying riverbed has become covered in overgrowth, signaling a stark departure from its former vitality. This unprecedented event has raised concerns and garnered attention beyond the affected regions. The Book of Revelation, a biblical text, even references the drying up of the Euphrates River as a significant prophecy. While interpretations may differ, the severity of this situation cannot be ignored. As we grapple with the alarming decline of the Euphrates River, it becomes crucial to understand the implications for the communities and ecosystems that depend on it. This environmental crisis calls for urgent attention and collaborative efforts to mitigate the consequences and work towards sustainable solutions. Comparing images captured in 2021 and 2023 presents a distressing reality. There has been a substantial decline in the water levels of the Euphrates River. These visual comparisons depict a stark transformation that cannot be ignored. In the image from 2021, the Euphrates River is seen flowing with vitality and abundance. Its waters stretch wide and deep, supporting thriving ecosystems and sustaining the communities that rely on it. However, fast forward to the image from 2023 and a stark contrast emerges. The once mighty river has dwindled significantly, with a noticeable decrease in its water levels. This drastic change in the river's water levels raises concerns about the future. The implications are far-reaching, affecting not only the ecosystem, but also the livelihoods of those who depend on the river for various purposes, such as agriculture, drinking water, and transportation. The decline in water levels indicates an ecological imbalance, highlighting the fragility of this vital water source. It is a clear warning sign that action needs to be taken to address the factors contributing to the depletion of the river's waters. The Anna Tower, situated in Iraq and in close proximity to the Euphrates River, has become a striking symbol of the dire situation unfolding. Once surrounded by the flowing waters of the river, the tower now stands in stark contrast, with only a mere trace of water left in its vicinity. Previous images captured the Anna Tower majestically rising from the midst of a flourishing river. However, recent observations reveal a harrowing scene. The water levels have drastically receded, leaving the tower exposed and isolated in an increasingly arid landscape. What was once a prominent landmark framed by the Euphrates River's vitality has now become a solemn reminder of the river's diminishing state. The dwindling water levels surrounding the tower serve as a tangible representation of the wider ecological crisis unfolding in the region. This transformation poses significant challenges for the communities and ecosystems that rely on the river's resources. With water scarcity becoming an alarming reality, the implications extend beyond the visual impact on the Anna Tower. Local inhabitants, farmers, and wildlife face the daunting task of adapting to the harsh conditions and finding alternative ways to meet their water needs. The site of the Anna Tower, standing amidst a parched landscape, serves as a sobering reminder of the urgency to address the causes behind the Euphrates River's decline. It calls for concerted efforts to protect and restore the river's vitality, ensuring a sustainable future for both the tower and the communities that depend on it. The region surrounding the Anna Tower in Iraq, which once thrived with the life-sustaining waters of the Euphrates, now presents a desolate and haunting sight. The area has been stripped of water, leaving behind a barren and parched landscape. Instead of the flowing river, the tower now stands amidst a dry riverbed covered in an ever-growing expanse of bushes. What was once a vibrant ecosystem, teeming with diverse flora and fauna, has given way to a stark transformation. The absence of water has triggered a profound ecological imbalance, resulting in the growth of tenacious bushes that have taken over the former riverbed. These resilient plants serve as a poignant reminder of the area's arid conditions and the severe impact of the diminishing water levels. The growing bushes not only obscure the remnants of the riverbed, but also further exacerbate the challenges faced by the local communities. The loss of water has disrupted agricultural practices, leaving farmers grappling with the inability to cultivate crops in what was once fertile land. The site of the dry riverbed covered in bushes serves as a powerful testament to the urgent need for sustainable water management and ecosystem preservation. It is a visual manifestation of the devastating consequences of water scarcity, urging us to take immediate action to restore the vitality of the region and safeguard its future. In the face of dwindling water resources, people in the affected regions are left with no choice but to rely on pumping water directly from the Euphrates River for their daily needs and agricultural activities. Despite the deteriorating quality of the water, this has become a desperate measure to meet basic requirements and sustain their livelihoods. The water being pumped from the river is no longer the clean and pristine resource it once was. The reduced water levels and increased contamination have contributed to a decline in its quality. It has become unsafe for consumption, posing serious health risks to those who rely on it for drinking and cooking purposes. Communities depend on the river water for irrigation face additional challenges. The poor quality of the water affects the growth and productivity of crops, potentially leading to reduced yields and economic hardships for farmers. The presence of contaminants and pollutants can have detrimental effects on soil fertility, further exacerbating the difficulties faced by agricultural practices in the region. Despite the risks, the lack of viable alternatives leaves people with no option but to use this compromised water source. This highlights the severity of the situation and the pressing need for comprehensive solutions to address the water crisis. It calls for collaborative efforts to improve access to safe and clean water sources, ensuring the well-being and health of the affected communities. Drinking water directly from the drying Euphrates River has become a perilous endeavor, as it poses severe health risks due to contamination. The diminishing water levels, combined with the accumulation of pollutants, have transformed the river into a potential breeding ground for diseases and ailments. The consumption of contaminated water from the river can lead to various health issues, with diarrhea being a prevalent concern. Contaminants in the water can include pathogens, bacteria, and parasites that cause gastrointestinal infections, resulting in frequent loose stools and dehydration. This not only undermines the overall well-being of individuals, but it also poses a particular threat to vulnerable populations such as children and the elderly. Let's explore furthermore. The presence of pollutants and toxins in the water increases the risk of contracting other waterborne diseases. These can range from gastrointestinal illnesses like cholera and typhoid fever to more systemic conditions affecting the liver, kidneys, and other vital organs. Long-term exposure to such contaminated water can have detrimental effects on individuals' health, contributing to chronic illnesses and compromising their immune systems. To address this grave concern, it is crucial to prioritize access to safe and clean drinking water sources for the affected communities. Implementing effective water treatment methods and promoting awareness about the risks associated with consuming contaminated water are essential steps towards safeguarding public health. Efforts should also focus on enhancing sanitation practices and providing education on proper hygiene to mitigate the spread of waterborne diseases. By addressing the contamination issues and promoting safe drinking water practices, the health risks associated with consuming water from the drying Euphrates River can be significantly minimized. Once flourishing with fertile lands, the regions along the Euphrates now bear witness to a heartbreaking transformation. What was once a haven for agriculture and bountiful harvests has succumbed to the harsh reality of desertification. The consequences are dire, rendering agricultural impossible in these once productive areas. The diminishing water levels in the Euphrates River, coupled with prolonged drought conditions, have led to the depletion of soil moisture and nutrient content. As a result, the previously fertile lands have turned into barren expanses resembling a desert. The arid conditions make it exceedingly challenging for crops to thrive and for farmers to sustain their livelihoods. Farmers who once relied on the river's waters to irrigate their fields now face insurmountable obstacles. The lack of water availability and quality has caused agricultural yields to plummet, leading to food shortages and economic hardships. The transformation of these regions from vibrant agricultural hubs to desolate deserts reflects the far-reaching consequences of environmental degradation. The impact extends beyond the farmers themselves, affecting local economies, food security, and the overall well-being of communities that depend on agriculture. Urgent intervention is needed to address this issue, including implementing sustainable water management practices, exploring alternative farming techniques, and supporting farmers in adapting to changing conditions. Revitalizing these previously fertile regions and making agriculture viable once again will require concerted efforts and long-term strategies aimed at mitigating desertification and ensuring sustainable land and water management practices. The transformation of the once teeming Euphrates River into a desolate wasteland is a stark reminder of the environmental crisis unfolding. What was once a vibrant waterway teeming with life and vitality now presents a haunting sight. The water flow is significantly diminished, reduced to a mere trickle, and the once fluid expanse of the river has given way to a cracked and barren riverbed. The journey towards recovery is not without challenges, but the collective spirit of resilience prevails. And at the end, if you enjoyed this story of resilience amidst the drying Euphrates River, please like, share, and subscribe. And meanwhile, thanks for watching.